force. Today we are going to, let's take a look. Look at addition and subtraction word problems. So our learning intention or our goal is to solve addition and subtraction word problems, and we are going to know that we've succeeded by using each step of the rucksack method to find your answer. Okay, so we are going to use this method here to help us out with these questions. Here we go. So step 1, read the question carefully, find the important information and underline it. So I'm going to read through the question and underline any important information. Millie was growing corn in her garden. She picked 23 cobs of corn, but 13 were rotten and had to be thrown away. How many cobs of corn did she have left to eat? Alright, so Millie was growing corn in a garden. Is that important information? No. She picked 23 cobs of corn. I think that's important information because that tells us the number that we need to use. But 13 were rotten and had to be thrown away. So there's another number there that we might have to use. And had to be thrown away. Now that tells us whether we need to add or take away. Now if it's been thrown away, okay, are we adding to the pile of corn of cobs or are we taking away? We're taking away. Okay. How many cobs of corn did she have left to eat? Alright. And that tells us we need to find out how many she had left to eat. So I'm just going to underline that last question. Okay, you understand the question. What do you have to find out? Draw a picture of the question if it helps. Okay, so if we've actually already understood the question, haven't we? We figured out that there are 23 cobs of corn, but 13 of them were rotten, they were stinking, and had to be removed, thrown away. We're getting rid of it. So that's a subtraction method. Okay, so we've understood it. Oh, we've accidentally gone to the next one, and we've chosen the correct method of calculation, which was we subtract. Okay, and now let's solve the problem. Show every step and keep your working out neat. So I'm going to use the vertical addition strategy. Alright. Vertical subtraction strategy. So 23 minus 13 equals. So 3 take 3 is 0. 20 take 10, or 2 take 1 is 1. Okay, I've solved my problem. What's my next step? A. Answer the question. Read the question again. Have you answered it? And make the answer clear. Alright, let's read the question again. Millie was growing corn in her garden. She picked 23 cobs of corn, but 13 were rotten and had to be thrown away. How many cobs of corn did she have left to eat? Did we answer that question? Yes, we did. Alright, just to make the answer clear, I want you to write the answer down next to the question. So 10 cobs of corn. 10 cobs of corn left. Alright, I've answered my question. What's the next step? C. Check your answer. Does it make sense? Find a way to check. Estimate or use the inverse. Alright, so I'm going to use the inverse. That means going the opposite way. So I'm going to start from my 10. Okay, and because we've subtracted 13, I'm going to add 13 and see if I get 23. Here we go. Remember, I'm starting from the opposite side. So 10. What do I do then? Do I minus or plus? I add. What do I add? Remember, we're going the other way. 13 equals. So starting from the ones, 0 plus 3 is 3. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, are my answers the same? Yes, they are. I've started with 23. and I've ended with 23. Okay, let's try one more. Let's actually go into an addition. Yep, and I'm going to this one. Okay, the rucksack method. Here we go. I need a highlighter. R, read the question. Now let's do this one together. Okay, find the important information and underline it. So we're looking for numbers, okay, and we're looking for that last question that's going to help us answer the question. Okay, so a company owns 2 factory farms that have a total of 786 hens. There's my first important bit of information. All right. There are 256 hens at the first farm. Do you see another bit of important information? Yes, 256 hens. Okay, now how many hens are at the second farm? So I need to figure out the number of hens at the second farm. All right, you understand the question. What do you have to find out? Draw a picture of the question if it helps. So I need to find out how many hens are at the second farm. Okay, draw a picture if it helps. If it helps you think and you're a visual learner, you can quickly draw a picture. Now this is an art lesson. We're just very quickly sketching to see if a picture can help us out. So I have my first farm. There's my farm number 1. And farm number 2. Okay, and at my first farm, how many do I have? 256. 256 hens. How many at the second farm? We don't know yet. Okay, and how many all together? We have 786 hens all together. Alright, so let's see how many hens we have. Now to find this out, do we need to add the number of hens? Okay, or do we need to take away this number of hens from the total to find out how many hens are at the second farm? So are we adding or taking away? That's right. We are, once again, taking away. Alright, we've accidentally moved on to the next method. C. Choose the correct method of calculation, and we've chosen subtraction. Excellent. Let's move on to the next one. S. Solve the problem. Show every step and keep your working out neat. Alright. You can choose to pause the video here and try to solve this yourself. Okay, and once you've solved the problem, you can replay and see if you've gotten the correct answer. Alright, so pause the video now if you'd like to have a go by yourself. Alright, we're going to try to solve the problem together. So, 786 minus 256. So once again, I'm going to use the vertical subtraction strategy. So starting from the bigger number, 786 minus, what is it? 256. Okay, so 6 minus 6 is 0. 80 minus 50 is, or to make it easier, 8 minus 5 is 3. 700 minus 200 is 500. Okay, so I've solved my problem. Next step, A. Answer the question. Read the question again. Have you answered it? Make the answer clear. Okay, let's read the question. A company owns 2 factory farms that have a total of 786 hens. There are 256 hens at the first farm. How many hens are at the second farm? Okay, I think I've answered my question. Have I made my answer clear? So just so the reader knows, I'm just going to write my final answer underneath the question. So 500 and 30 hens. Alright, my second file. Okay, check your answer. Does it make sense? Find a way to check. So we can estimate or use the inverse. So I'm going to estimate by rounding my numbers up to the nearest hundreds. Okay, so if I have the number 786, I'm going to round that up to 800, take away, and go around 256 up to 300, and do the same thing, take away 0 minus 0. If you have nothing, and you take away absolutely nothing, from that nothing you have 0. Same here, 0 minus 0 is 0. 800 minus 300 is 500. Now remember, this is an estimation. So is that answer similar to this answer? Yes, it is. So I reckon this answer is correct. Alright, boys and girls, thank you for watching. Now I'd like you to go on to the lesson plan that you've received and solve the questions that are there. Have a go at doing it by yourself.